Speaking of China, what's going on with the NBA? I mean, what is your response to that? Are we losing the cultural war to China?
Yeah, I don't know. It makes me sad. I also, everything you think of another time in your life, and I think of when the world sort of rallied against apartheid. Apartheid was this idea in South Africa that the races would be separate, and there was blacks were treated less than whites. And the world came together and said, we're going to boycott. College students got together, and it was sort of actually a sort of a proud moment that people voluntarily changed the world by getting rid of apartheid. There was Desmond Tutu and Mandela, and there was a lot of cool things to that protest, which gets me to China. It makes me think, well, gosh, maybe like the people in Hong Kong, if we want to rally to the people in Hong Kong, maybe we should just quit buying the crap that comes out of China. Now, I'm not for a law, and I'm not really for the tariffs either, but I'm not opposed to, and if people started saying, let's not buy from China until they treat the people in Hong Kong right, or until they treat the people in China appropriately, maybe it is time for that. And I think it's a weakness, for LeBron James or the NBA. Look, I'm all for money, I'm all for capitalism, but they're whining about they might lose a little money from China. You think LeBron James could live with a couple million less? He probably makes $80 to $100 million a year,
Senator, what would you say to LeBron James himself?
I would say, LeBron, it's time to step up. Understand what your country's about, understand what made our country great, which was freedom, being allowed to speak, being allowed to be treated equally regardless of your race. These are great things about our country, and they don't have them in China. And he should stand up, and it shouldn't be about making a buck in China, because frankly, there are a lot of people in our country who make a lot less than LeBron James, but they're willing to stand up for freedom of speech and the people in Hong Kong. And I think if LeBron would think about it, maybe he could stand up and do something to help the people in Hong Kong.